Adam Frankel's in the building. Shortside, how you mean? Big up. Yo, Brethren, listen, I ain't talking about transfers, doc. I'm talking about, like, yo, what you call it when, like, when you die and you get, like, I don't know, turned into something else. What's that called? Like, recreation, when you're resurrected, like, yo, I want to be resurrected as a bird, doc. How you mean, man? Like, real talk. I'm talking about them things, doc. And yo, you'll never, ever, ever believe what I heard today, doc. It was mad. The news that I heard today on the street was crazy, doc. It was crazy. Like, man and mama saying two things about how, like, Happy's in the building. Happy Hammer Rat is in the building. Rah, rah, rah. Ticka, ticka, ticka. La, la, la. Happy's in the building. Happy Hammer Rat, she's in the building. Rah, rah, rah. Ticka, ticka, ticka. La, la, la.
Well, good evening and welcome to Green Street Elites. Tonight we are here to talk, reminisce, and discuss a man that we all that put a smile on all of our faces, and I hope he got his wish. That's the first time I've listened to that. I hope he's come back as a bird, and I hope if he has come back, he was flying over the Eden Arena last month, and I hope he saw West Ham lift that trophy, because he was a man that had dreamed for that to happen to West Ham, and of course we were all bitterly gutted that he wasn't here with us all to see us lift that trophy last month. But I'm sure somewhere he was absolutely loving what he saw. But he was a man, there we go, he was a man that put a smile on all of our faces, and even just watching that freestyle thing, and don't worry, Peach, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to try and do that. Even just listening to that, I mean, all of us, it just puts a smile on all of our faces whenever we got, whether it was a 2-minute voice message, which we were all quite content with, or a 15-minute voice message, which we all had our eyes smile to and listened to. It was a joy throughout it all. And I can't believe it's been a year. I really can't. Budgie, how are
Crazy.
you?
I'm good, thank you, Jake. Thank you for opening up for me, buddy. Really appreciate it. We've got loads of guests in the green room. I hope they'll all be a bit patient. I'm going to bring you all in a few minutes. Just going to give Jake a chance to reminisce a little bit about Peach. I'm going to come off the screen, give you full screen, mate.
Ooh.
And you reminisce about Peach for a little while, and I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes, okay?
No worries.
Brilliant. Talk to you in a minute.
And I think the sort of the testimony to the man he was is that you can see all the a few YouTube channels have done this sort of show over the last day or so, and sort of relive those memories, and I think that shows how much of an impact and how much Peach was loved in this community, because we're going to be honest, the community was rocked a year ago. As I said just a minute ago, I can't believe it's been a year since we lost him. It's been an eventful year, and it's been a year that has been that's been strange. It's been difficult, and I think, of course, he was a huge loss to us all, and we've all bitterly missed him, and not getting the random freestyles that he'd send to us and he'd made for us, and hearing about what he'd done in his day, and who he'd seen, and what he'd done, and what cider he bought, and who he bumped into, and what police officer he'd spoke to on that day, and overall what he'd done, which all just put a smile on our face every single time he popped up on our phone. He came on one of our shows, or just sent us a message. He had an everlasting positive impact. He had a positive attitude, which I thought echoed through everybody. Whenever he appeared on a show, all I had to do was add him to the stream, and everybody smiled. And that's the sort of guy he was, and I think that sort of epitomizes the person Peach was. And in the small time we knew him as a community, we absolutely loved him, and we still do. As you can see, his legacy has lived on. As we sit here and speak about him in such a fun fashion a year on, which which is great. He's a guy that within this community will never be forgotten, who certainly I'll never forget, because we had some laughs, that is for sure. He made me laugh every single time I spoke to him, whether it had been a funny story about he'd met this girl in the bakery who was really nice, and he'd have a pain au chocolat, which he knew I liked as well. So he'd make sure he'd tell me that Lily, I think her name was, in the bakery, and that'll always stick with me. Or whether he'd gone to the English shop and he bought this stuff, or whether he was telling me about these sweets or this chocolate that they have in Canada. Overall, he was just a guy that put a smile on all of our faces, and he was a guy that, of course, we still now greatly miss.
Love it.
Oh my god! Frankel's actually put his priorities right. He's gone to see the Barbie film, and he's actually managed to come back and be here. Well done,
Barbie. Jake, actually, you know that you're seeing that.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this solemn evening, but hopefully we'll make it a bit more jolly, eh?
It's great to see you outdoors, Budge. It's great. I love that. Really touching.
Well,
means a lot, that.
Yeah, there's a reason behind it, obviously,
Sure.
and I am going to make my way back home in a little while, but for the moment, I'm just going to enjoy this out here.
Don't lose your Wi-Fi. Don't lose your signal.
Oh, mate, I've got loads and loads of mobile data. I'm not peaked. I don't have to stand outside Burger King, mate.
I jumped onto some random dental surgery's Wi-Fi, then get kicked out of the place because he was too loud. They got fed up of him.
Yeah. So, guys, I've spoken with Barney today, and unfortunately, he and Ronnie aren't feeling great. They're not going to pop in. I was hoping that Barney was going to come in, but unfortunately, he hasn't been able to face it. So he's having a rough day. So we send all our regards to Barney and Ronnie. Hope everything's all right with them guys. And we've got another guest coming in. Look. Look.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello, mate.
Good morning, chaps. The sun's just coming up, right? You know the rules, Spuds. You know the rules. It's been about 8 degrees overnight. Bit chilly for us, you know that. But it's going to hit a nice 22 degrees. Everyone's happy. Not a cloud in the sky. Good morning, everyone.
You're going to watch some of that women's football, Kieran?
What's that, mate?
You're going to go watch some of that women's football that's happening over there?
No, I don't watch women's football. It's rubbish.
Hashtag me too.
I wish them all the best. I watch a highlight now and again. But it's good. They're all excited about the Women's World Cups. So it's a good thing to have here in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it promotes the game. And I'm happy for them. But be honest, guys, it's bloody hard to watch 90 minutes of it. It really is. That's the truth of the matter, isn't it? But and that's not being sexist. I'm not being sexist. I don't watch the A-League here. It's the Australian men's. It's crap. I don't watch it.
I don't.
There you go. How you doing, Kate? There you go. Anyway,
guys, we're here for a very different reason. Let's have a few more memories of our match. Is there anything more you want to say, young man?
No. I think I'll leave it to everybody else. But it's just a couple of memories that have stuck out that I've mentioned. And it's I just can't believe it's been a year. And of course. And I think, as I said, it's been a testimony to the man he was, that we're sat here. And we've all come here, and we're all going to relive those memories, of a man that we loved, and his legacy will live on, and that's quite clear. And as I said earlier, he put a smile on all of our faces. All I had to do was click add to stream, and everybody on the stream would just smile because Peach was there. That's the impact he had on us. But no, Budgie, thank you very much for allowing me on. And
it's a pleasure, mate.
Yeah, and you can kick me out just the way Peach liked how I used to kick out Frankel. And you kick out Frankel anytime you like as well, because Peach will like that too, because he does
Yeah.
it.
And sharing your thoughts, Jake, and also, can you get a gun out and shoot that bloody bird, Kieran?
Sorry, mate. The sun's just coming up. You know what? You know what it's like here. The birdies are just starting to wake up to say good morning. And quite frankly, Budge, I just don't have any control over it. So.
Anyway, Jake, enjoy your holiday. I know you're away early in the morning.
Well, where are you
Yeah.
going,
Enjoy
Jacob?
your
Another
holiday.
Oh, he's off again.
I'm going
He ain't
away
off
early,
again.
Adam.
Is he?
Cruise.
Another cruise. He's always on a cruise.
It ain't a
I'm
cruise,
going
is
on the
it?
ship you went on, Adam.
He's got to
Ah,
get ready for the Navy when he joins the Navy, isn't he?
That's
Well,
right.
hopefully
You're,
you find a porn
Eat as
star
much
like I
food as
did, Jake.
possibly can. Pardon? What you say?
I said, hopefully you find a porn star on the boat like I did.
Don't
True
wish
story.
that upon the young man. What's the matter with you, Frankel?
No, for
Goodness
real. That's
me.
the only interesting thing that happened on that boat is that I met a porn star.
God, the bloke went to see Barbie earlier on.
By
That's what-
star, she called herself a star. I can confirm, definitely not a star.
I don't think you're in any position to sort of, be sort of, making that decision, Adam.
No, but her
I mean,
IMDb credits spoke very clearly to her not being a star.
listen, I don't even know what that means, so I'm gonna go.
The only credit
Right,
being
Jake,
something.
thank you very much, gentlemen.
Frank,
And,
shut out.
Enjoy the Blue Rinse Brigade, Jakey.
Thank you very much.
Give our regards to the family, mate. Take care, yeah?
Jacob.
Bye.
Cheers, take care.
Travel safe, Jake.
Frankel, you are here, there, and everywhere, pal.
Tell me about it. I literally, yesterday I was in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm
Weekend, then I
surprised
was
you're
in
not in an
Seattle,
airport seat right now.
And I'm literally, I've got like 5 minutes as well, and then I'm going to have to abandon you all. I'm pretty, yeah. But, that's life.
So go on then, Frankel. You're next up then, son. Give us a few memories.
By the way,
I
I hope
just-
everyone's well. Hope everyone's well.
Hey, Luca.
Good. Looks
went
good
back
seeing you,
to
buddy.
the- I went back to my WhatsApp, because I was like, I just wanted to look back and see, and I've got a horrible voice message that I sent to him this day a year ago, where I'm not sure whether I think the first thing I say is I don't know why I'm even leaving this message, but the first thing I want to just remember is this day a year ago. Like it was an incredibly difficult day that feels like a lot longer than a year ago to me, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know if it's COVID or getting old, but I mean, it feels a lot longer than a year that we were all scrambling online. We're scrambling in messages. We're reaching out to Shandor. I've been saying his name wrong forever. And so, it was a rough day. But before that, the last message that I got from Peach was ranting about how he thinks Russell Brand knows who he is and has got his messages. He also goes on to say how it might be a hoax because it wouldn't be the first time that someone has pretended to be Russell Brand and I've believed them. So, that's Peach. He was our lovable, crazy, gullible fella. I mean, he never knew what was true or false, but that's what made him so fun. Us trying to work out who West Ham Clips is together every single time. And, some of his theories were like, I don't know what comes after that shit crazy, but it's that.
The Russell
it's like
Brand one was
3
probably the
steps
most
on.
believable.
Yeah. Well, as you've mentioned, Clips, I can now reveal that I've got a video from him to play in a couple of minutes' time. So stick around for that.
And I know that he has been working. If this is what I think it is, he's been working on it. He's been working on a video for a long time, like a good year.
No, that's not this one. That's not this one.
Well, I will say that Clips has been working on something off and on for a long time. But yeah, look, I mean, I wanted to just make an appearance and come on and just look. I love that me and Peach got to do what we got to do. I'm grateful to Barney and Ronnie for having him, allowing him to keep him up at night instead of taking his computer away and telling him that they're done with this shit. And he's a part that will never change. He's not going to be with us in person again, but his memory will always live on for the group of us that are around to carry it. And so I'm appreciative of him. I'm appreciative of the West Ham community. Like Happy's just said in the chat, we're lucky to have known him. We're lucky that he was a part of our existence. And let's, like Peach, just be nice to everyone. Like one of the things he always was so clear about is like, he'd go on everyone's channel. He'd watch everyone's stuff. He was a part of everything. He didn't like to get drawn into dividing people. He just wanted to have a laugh, have fun, come up with content. And dear God, did he come up with more than enough of that. So, yeah, much love. And thanks for letting me come on and be a part of this, Budge.
You're very welcome, mate. And I'm really glad that you did get the time to come in. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to the community, and also I'm sure it would mean a lot to Simon, John, and of course Peach. So thank you, mate. Really, really appreciate it. Right. So, right. Well, so we got a few people in. We got Mr. Cox and obviously, and Patrick. Good evening, young sir. And Mr. Singleton's in the house. Clip. I didn't even know that when I revealed the video. I reckon that's Pete with you, Kieran, letting himself be heard. Because he said in that little clip that I played at the beginning that he wants to be resurrected as a bird. That's him being heard right now.
Oh, he's being heard all right. He's always been heard. My God. Yeah, it's like when you think it's been a year, see what Frankel said there, it seems more than a year. It does. It seems it's gone so quick. It just seems longer as well. It's really weird. And we shed a lot of tears, didn't we, when it happened? And I was so surprised that it affected me like it did. It really did. And for all of us, it was such a shock. But thinking back, and I've been thinking of him such a lot all through the year. I don't know. It just comes up in my head every bloody day. Especially I'll wake up here, and I'll come out here in the mornings, and I'll sit here, with the birds going, and I'll go, shit. Normally he'd be sending me a message. Kieran, I'm going on. Are you going to come on? Are you going to come on? And here we go again. And then he'd go on talking dribble for ages and driving you mad and making you laugh. And yeah, it was he was some guy. And Barney's his dad sort of summed up when he said he's like a Peter Pan. I think that's right. I think he was. He had this innocence about him and a childlike presence, and yet funny and out there. And he was different, man. And I was such a lucky to have crashed into him and spent many hours with him. And it's quite apt now that the Ashes is on back in England, because when that was one there, when we were on streams and that, and I was talking to people, but loads of people saying, yeah, guess what? I'm going to the Ashes when it was here in Brisbane at the Gabba. And I was going, nobody was interested. No one gave a toss, right? Because I thought I'd film a bit of it and send it maybe to Jakey or anyone that listened. But no one, I'm not bothered about cricket, mate. What was on? I know, right? And but Peach was, and he was so delighted. I filmed that little clip I did at the Gabba and sent it to him. He was over the moon, and he wouldn't know the first thing about cricket, but he'll have a go, he'll have a chat about it. And that was Peach, he was delighted. Yeah, so many great memories we all had. Just impromptu memories from Lucas to Malsey there and Lawrence, and that, and when it, and I know Missy there, Missy Amoret, well, I remember when he done his little song to you for your birthday, and you were over the moon. It made your day, didn't it? And that's what he did, didn't it?
For me, he was just infectious, wasn't he? Just everything. It's like when I was having I know I've said it a million times, but I was having a bit of a rough time, and I'd just say something, and he just pick up on it. He was just so clever in that way, and he would be able to say the right thing at exactly the right time to just bring your mood back up and lift you back up to that place where it was fine. I mean, for me, the most funniest time was when we were like trying to teach him. Well, we taught him, didn't we, Buzz? Do you remember when we were talking about? I used to say to him, "How's tricks?" And he was like, "Well, what's tricks?" And you remember, Buzz? We told him what it all meant.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't know.
I just want to draw your attention to that comment on the screen. I wonder if that's the genuine article.
Of course, it's not Aaron Cresswell.
Aaron, don't go.
But
I mean, I'd love it if it was.
Yeah, it would be great, wouldn't it? And Pete would love that.
It's
love that. Hang on.
It's probably Charlie Walsh.
My brother's in the house. I've got to say hello to my brother, Kevin. Thank you for joining, bruv. I know you're a Chelsea fan, but
I love you all. I'll
see you
later.
Okay, take care, Adam. Thank you for joining us, mate.
See you later,
I'm making my way home, guys, because my battery's running low, so I'm walking home. So if you lose me,
get a bloody move on, son.
Yeah, keep going. If you lose me, keep going. And anyway, we've got another guest in the green room. Who's that? Oh, look who it is! Look.
Oh, Barney.
Good evening, Barney.
How you doing, guys?
How are you, sir?
I've been
You all right,
better.
mate?
So I've been better.
Yeah, I can imagine, mate. Yeah.
Have you got the grips with the technology now, Barney? Are you sorted?
No, I'm not sorted. I'm useless at it.
Yeah, I thought you might be still shit at it, mate.
Who's the family man?
How's things in Canada, mate?
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna get you again. They're not bad. It's hot like everywhere else.
Yeah. Well, at least you got a bit of summer there, haven't you?
Yeah, we get a good summer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've seen it all, Barney, through your boy's eyes and his camera. We've seen the sun, we've seen the winter, we've seen the snow, we've seen it all.
Hold on.
Well, I talk to you at the moment.
Oh, excuse me a second, boy.
Barney's gone. Hold up. What's that? Yeah.
I think it's just the camera.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that. Right. If you come back in, he knows that. Oh, getting a bit dark here.
Is it warm down there? It's freezing up here.
Well, I'm just the West Ham top, and yeah, it's reasonably warm. Not that cold. No. And I'm the first one to wear a jumper, a jacket, 4 t-shirts, and thermals on a sunny day. So there you go. So, where did Lawrence go? Lawrence went as well, didn't he? Come back, Lawrence. All is forgiven.
Drop nice flyers.
Yeah.
Right,
How are you, Mouldy?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad.
A long time no see, brother.
Yeah. No, keeping busy. Keeping busy. Can't complain.
Good lad.
Yeah.
Lucas, how about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good, mate. Long time no see to you all. It's good to see you guys, and
Yeah.
hope we're all well, keeping busy, keeping on.
Yeah, you got plans to do another trip, have you?
Yes. If all things go well, I should be back over in March 1st.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be March. Moyes would be sacked by then, wouldn't
Yeah, exactly.
Knowing this club, who knows?
Sorry, my internet went out on me. Sorry, guys.
he?
That's okay, though. No problem, mate. Right, you may lose my vision because I'm going underneath a load of trees now.
Hey, yeah,
Unless
if I
my
could
camera's super duper, it'll go dark.
Yeah, hey, I don't, before my internet goes out or something like that, I just want to say thanks for the opportunity to come on. Great to see you, Barney. I know this is a anniversary that we all look back in sad. So all respect to you. One thing that Peach always did, and I think it's never been the same since he's gone, is the get-togethers that we would have on the YouTube. Sometimes we would get together and it was Lucas, it'd be Karen, it'd be Budgie, it'd be Andy drinking a red stripe somewhere when he's on travel, and we would just have a ball. And it's never been the same. So, I'll go on some things on Jake's channel and do the afterwards, but it's never been the same where a person would bring you on like Peach did and we could all talk. And I was probably the rookie of the group because I just picked up the Premier League in 2019. And, he'd bring me in and we'd talk, and Karen and I would debate back and forth on Antonio being in the middle or a winger, and Geezer would tell me that's just Moyes' tactics, and Geezer trains me a lot. So I'm selfishly sad because it took a piece of me that I really enjoyed doing. We'd spend up hours, and him being in Toronto and stuff like that, it was the same time zone. I was in Central at that time that we could get together. So he's he's always missed it. The sad part about it is when I think of Peach, I remember when I found out that day, I was on travel, and I didn't believe it too when I saw the text or the message. And then we all gathered that night, and I'm in a hotel room in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and all of us are pretty much in tears of what happened. It just goes to show you how much he touched our lives and what a special person he is, and he always will be to all of us. And like I said, I don't see you guys very often, so it's good just talking with you. I watch Lucas on his shows, and I see Geezer on his shows that he does with the Sable team. I get to see Hammerette in there, and I see Andy now on some shows. So I enjoy that. But selfishly, I miss the interaction that we all used to have that I was part of. Because, as a rookie guy from the U.S. who just picked up the thing and joined a West Ham club, it became part of a family for me. I'll always miss that. I'll always cherish all you guys that are part of this. I call it family because we've been doing this for years, and I'll continue to pop on and do different things when I can. And I'll always be in the chats cheering for all you guys on and off the field, because as West Ham, we're a family, and I care about you as individuals. And Peach helped bring me that together. Peach, I think I first remembered him on, I think, Jake's show, and he was just walking around, and he was just he's charismatic, I guess you'd say. He just, as soon as you saw him, you were drawn to him. And then he had his own show, and then he started doing a YouTube, and he'd run around and trying to get free Wi-Fi, and his phone's dying out, so he's got to get back to the house real quick. Or he's going to pick up his dad and mom something for dinner. So he's got, hey, I got to go get this. I got to get wine. And you hear him debating back and forth. Hey, what's up? To the guy in the market. I loved it. Loved it. Classic stuff. So I just want to say he's dearly missed. I love the guy. You guys are still part of my family to me. And we're all the West Ham. I wear this shirt because that was the shirt I wore when I was in the Bahamas when we got the trophy. So, all right. And I think all of us thought of Peach when we got the trophy. So just thank you for the opportunity to talk. Like I said, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
No problem.
Matthew, talking about Matthew, he was always a leader. He was never a follower, always. But he was a loving guy, and he loved you guys. He loved being on your show, and Mousy got me this shirt, eh? Look at this shirt.
Nice.
Yeah. Does it fit okay?
I've got to put this on charge.
Yeah, it's just a little head.
Oh,
But
sorry.
I was as thin as Matthew. Look.
Nice.
It looks
like
great, Barney.
Nice.
Yeah. And for anyone who hasn't seen it, it's actually got like what Budgie's got. It's got Peach Dog 33 on the back as well. So I've even
Oh,
got
that's
that.
awesome. That is awesome.
It's a lovely touch, Milesy.
Just like Peach,
Yeah,
will see you
good
coming
stuff.
from miles away.
That's for sure.
And I've got that one as well. That
Oh, awesome. Oh, the proud, nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Well done, Andy.
Miles,
right.
are you on there?
Hey?
Yeah.
Miles, you on? I don't know who's on. I can't see who's on. I can't. How do I
Okay.
turn this off?
So, currently on the screen,
Oh,
you've
there's
got-
no one important on, Barney. Just a load of donuts, mate, talking rubbish, as we always do.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're on, Barney. You're the VIP here, mate.
Thank you, Lee.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Matthew would really love this, that you guys are doing this for him. As I said, he just loved being on your shows. He loved to do his show. And he just, Christ, when West Ham lost, you couldn't talk to him.
No.
But when they won, he was on top of the world. You know?
Yeah.
And he would always predict 5-1 West Ham. 5-1.
Yeah, I know that. And listen, I'm drinking the Stormboat in today, cider.
Awesome.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Yeah,
anyway.
God.
Whoa.
Nice one, mate. I haven't even got one in the fridge. Oh, God. I missed the trick.
So while we're all here still, I just quickly want to play the video from West Ham clip that I received today. If you okay with that, guys? So here we go.
Peach, Matthew Wren, Peach Dog, capital P, E, capital A, C, capital H, Peach the 5-foot trooper, the guy who's incapable of dropping a quick hello, and has to instead drop you a cheeky novel, to be listened to on ×2 speed instead. Whatever you called him, it doesn't matter, but what is for sure, is that you almost certainly have fond memories. I think the best thing you can say about Peach, is that you always left any form of interaction with him, better off than when you began. Well, unless you haven't checked your WhatsApp and there's 48 minutes of untouched voice notes. Or unless you're a Canadian citizen, just trying to get a good night's sleep.
Antonio! Antonio! They're like, what the fuck? Antonio! Antonio! Antonio!
If you knew him, then you loved him, and you were also probably accused of being clipped by him, or, at the very least, some sort of consortium of clips. That's probably the best thing you can say about Peach, is that no matter the scenario, the setting, the context, the topic of discussion, or even the time difference, there was always something positive to take away from Peach. Even now, a year on, even after so much has happened, whether it be West Ham winning their first trophy since 1980, Canada playing in their first World Cup since 1986, or Adam Frankel going 2 whole days without dropping a name, you can still watch pretty much any stream on the West Ham Random YouTube channel, and it's timeless. Even now, even a year on, Peach is still, and forever will be, in the building.
Awesome.
That was perfect. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh,
mate, that was hilarious.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Cyber, I've got lots of people coming in and out, mate. If I can get a chance to, I will send you the link, but bear with me, buddy. I have got your video. I will play that shortly. I've got a couple of videos to play. I've got one from somebody we all know. I'll do that in a bit. And yes. Anybody else want to share anything? Kate, do you want to share anything? Sorry, Miss Hammer.
No, it's right. I don't mind. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. No, just obviously just pure guy, and he's with us all the time. I mean, I'm very spiritual. I'm a big believer in that. So I know he'll have been there. He'll have been there watching as we lifted that trophy, and he'll be there. And my dad, you know, chatting to him about everything, and it's all good. And I just know, you know, when I'm having a bit of a rough time, I know that we've got each other, and he brought us all together, didn't he? And that's thanks to him, really. He was just a true guy, just so special for each and every single one of us. And you know, that's down to you, Barney, and love to Ron as well. You know, massive love to you, both of you. You know, he truly was an amazing guy and always will be, always.
Yeah,
100%.
Lovely.
You know, I still watch. Like I make it like a routine at least once or twice a week. I go on West Ham Random and watch a video back. I sent Barney a link to one the other day. Do you remember when he'd done the Only Fools and Horses quiz with Gatesy? Has anyone watched that one? But I'll send a link and
back recently.
yeah, and I watched that back, and he was like, I know the answers. This episode I knew off by heart, and he only got one question right. But it'll be like saying like, I think it was like, what did they have to eat on this episode? And he'll be like tacos, and it's just like, come on, Pete, it's just and stuff like that. But no, like I do love watching the ones back, and the ones what make me laugh the most is I'll be going to work at 5 a.m, and he'll be live with whoever. And then I'm commenting in the chat, and it will send me the link, and I'm like, Pete, I've only been up for 25 minutes. The last thing I want to be doing is going on the stream. But no, I miss him every day, and unfortunately, I lost my WhatsApp back in November, so I lost a lot of the voice notes what we sent backwards and forwards, and that was the highlight. And I think I can't remember what the record was, but I had one for 16 minutes when I was on holiday, and I had to listen. So in the end, I had to put it on ×2 because it seemed to be going on for so long. And then he still didn't answer the question I asked him before on the note that he sent. So that was definitely Peach all over. But I just want to thank. Nice to see everyone again. And sorry, people, I've actually got to go. I've got other things I need to get done, unfortunately. But I wanted to come on and say hello.
Yeah, good to see you, Malsey.
Good to see you, Miles.
Take care, Malsey.
Yeah, take care. See you later, everyone.
All the best,
Andrew, I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah, no worries. Take care, everyone. Yeah. See you later.
Take care, mate.
Andy.
Bye.
I'll let you kick yourself out if you want me to do it.
No, I'll do it, mate. No worries. See you later. Yeah.
All right, lovely.
See you, bye.
Bye.
Good evening, Anton. Thanks for joining us as well, buddy.
Hey, Tom, how you doing, buddy?
No worries at all, guys. No worries at all.
Good day, Anton.
How you doing? You all right? You well?
All good.
Hey, Brian. Brian, good to see you, mate.
Yeah, you too. If I don't know who I'm talking to now. Is this
Anton?
Is this Anton?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Brian. I'm here.
Ah.
How you doing,
Did
mate?
you get that joke I sent you? My buddy's he's from Kilmarnock, right?
Yeah, you did, mate. You did. Yeah, I sent you one back as well. I can't believe that. So we've worked out that there's a really local connection, actually.
It wasn't until he was 13 that he realised it wasn't Kilmarnock nil.
I couldn't believe it when he messaged and he said that, and then I was like, I can't believe Peach had never ever brought it up. Can't believe that.
Right.
He's from Kilmarnock, and he's still a fan.
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, listen, I live 10 minutes away from Kilmarnock, and I couldn't tell you what they're up to be honest. Apart from the fact that my nephew plays for them, so that's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah, he plays for the under 16s.
Telling my buddy you can get tablets for that. You know, they do him good, but you know.
No, it's amazing to see you all, and what a nice chance to reminisce about the man himself, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bringing back many memories, definitely.
Yeah.
And I heard one of you guys earlier on saying that, like, it feels longer than a year. I don't know who it was that said that, and it really does. I can't,
Adam.
Yeah. It does feel longer. It's kind of gone. It's funny thing this situation feels longer, but life seems to go fast. But just when you said that was a year, it just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right at all.
No.
And what a video from Clips, by the way. What a video.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic, isn't it?
What a tribute.
Yeah, and I mean, I asked them probably yesterday morning or maybe the morning before, and it arrived today. So, no, it was yesterday morning. So yeah, in less than 24 hours, he popped that together for us. So that was lovely. I just hope it hasn't taken him off of any other duties that he had. Because he's a busy man, as we all know.
But yeah. I mean, listen, I can't stay on long. But okay, I just wanted to pop on, and I'm glad I got a chance to see you as well. And I just have a chin and just it's nice to listen and hear all the stories. But we all, everyone's got all their own individual stories because they've all received the 45-minute voice notes, which are just mental and crazy. And I remember, I think the one thing I never ever mentioned about the voice notes was
used to hit them all.
I know.
Yeah. I'd get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and tell him, I hear all these messages you're sending out.
Do you know what I used to do, Barney? I used to actually at the start when he was sending them, I would try my best to reply without, probably missing half the points he wanted me to reply to. And I remember one particular occasion that I thought, fuck it, excuse my French, I'm going to sit and write down every single answer. And then when I reply on the WhatsApp, I'm going to ensure that I tick that box. And then I never done it all the time because you physically couldn't. But I just did at some points and I thought, I'm going to tick that box and go down it and just go boss. So, yeah, got it back.
Titch, my brother.
How you doing, everyone?
Hey, Tim.
All right, mate.
That's great. Hey, I want to say something before Anton goes. And Titch, I'm thrilled to see you. It's good to see you, buddy. But one thing that I want to do is that one thing Peach did, and I want to thank you all for doing it. I want to see more from Titch and for Budget in there. But continue to do what you do on YouTube about West Ham, because that was an avenue that Peach could use to interact with something that he liked, and I'm part of that too. So anytime when you do your channel, Karen and Titch, when you go in and create your stuff, or when you're a disabled team, Lucas, what you're doing now on your channel and stuff like that. Miss Hammerhead, she's happy Hammerhead. Miss Hammerhead, we're most of the chatters on the box, and Budgie do some more. It was so important to him, I believe it, and it's so important to me. Sometimes, especially this year, you get so busy with different stuff. I would look forward to that. So one good tribute to him is that keep doing what you're doing, because I appreciate it. Peach definitely appreciated it. He liked coming on, but he enjoys that. He really enjoyed jumping onto all your channels and doing all the talking and all that stuff. So I want to thank you for that, because for a lot of people, including myself, I enjoy that. I enjoy going to your channels and just listening or putting a chat box in, because it meant a lot to him and it means a lot to a lot of people. So everybody in here, I got to leave soon. I'm sorry, Titch. It's good to see you, but continue to do it. I'd like to see more from Titch. Hint, hint, hint. Budgie, I know you're busy, but I'd like to see more from you. And then just and Karen, you're popping on all the channels, and that's good. You're on Jake's channel, some of you're on Disabled team, and then just, not to repeat myself, but just keep doing what you're doing. And that's the best thing you can do as a tribute to Peach.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Lawrence.
Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Did you ever get to Toronto?
Did I ever
Did you ever get to Toronto?
No, I never did. No, I haven't. No.
No, the guy there that just spoke.
I did. My wife's from Toronto. She's Portuguese, but she's from Toronto, and her parents actually moved up north, so we're up in Bradford. But the sad part about it was last year I was going up there, and I was going to try to, connect whenever I could. But I have been up to Toronto, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
they're up in Bradford. So yeah, we got to go up and see him. And sad part is I couldn't go to town. And yeah. But again, like I said, I have to leave shortly. But I'll respect you, Barney, and your family. It's an important anniversary for everybody. Budgie, thank you for putting this together. Thank you, everybody that's in the chat, the people that are here. I like the talking and stuff like that. You know, we're one family. We got to remember that. So.
Budgie put it together because I'm used to some of this.
No, he did, and I appreciate it. Thanks you for allowing me to be here. And all I can say is I'll see you on your channel. Thank you.
No,
See you, Larry.
See you, Lawrence. All the best, brother.
Take care, buddy.
Just what on the back of just before I go, Budgie, just on the back of like to reiterate what Lawrence said, the one thing that will never go away and will never be forgotten is the fact that Peach had the ability to bring everyone together, and it was such a positive attribute to have, you know, to be able to bring such a, for some stupid reason, especially back then and still now, there's frictions between groups of West Ham fans, and that's just the nature of the beast that you do. But Peach just took your mindset away from that and brought everyone together, and I love that. I love that even now, like just having people on and just the randomness of it. I remember him bringing the idea initially at the start, like way back when he was talking about doing it, and I was like, oh, it sounds crazy and mad, and I'd love to take part of it, but the missus was pregnant, and it was just all wild and stuff. But just the fact he brings people together is just was. Do you know what? What's telling is the fact that he still brings people together.
Yeah, that's true, Anton, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, a year later, and we're still hooking up to. And he did bring all of us. I don't think there's anyone here that didn't probably meet each other through Pete. Really.
Yeah.
I got introduced to Budgie through him, to Anton, to Titch, Lucas, Missy Hammer being in the chat, and all of us. I think he's a big part of that.
Things like that. It was like things like that were just trivial to him when they didn't matter. All he cared about was everyone was just happy, everyone was all right, everyone was safe, everyone was together, and kind of just having a laugh. That's what his main mantra was, wasn't it? And that's what we should all aspire to. And I think we do, absolutely, each and every one of us.
He was so passionate as well. Again, sorry, the thing that even on the back of what Lawrence said about, you know, Peach living where you live, Barney, couldn't get to many games, and vice versa. Sometimes, even though I've got a season ticket, it's got tougher over the last couple of years and not going to a game. So being able to do content and be able to talk to people keeps you in a community, and genuinely people go, oh, is there such a thing as a social media community? Well, I'm telling you now, there is, you know, Budgie, Kieran, I've spoke to you several times, many a times, all the way through late nights, all that sort of stuff, and everyone else in here as well, through different other sources or whatever. And it's just an amazing thing to have, and there genuinely is that community, and he'll never be forgotten for doing things like that, on top of the fact he was a genuine caring guy as well.
And in addition to what you said, Anton, without this community, I wouldn't have got to as many games as I've been able to get to in the last 2 seasons. Now, I've been very fortunate to get to a lot of games, you know, league and cup games, so, you know, and European games. And that's thanks to this community. And obviously, you know, the people that have helped me know they are. I won't embarrass them by naming them, but the people that have helped me along the way, you know, that's what the West Ham community does. You know, I've never failed to get a ticket I've called out for. So, you know, I agree with everything you said there, Anton. And you've got your finger on the pulse a lot more than I have, you know. So.
But much love to everyone. Barney, good to speak to you. Titch, Lucas, Kieran, Miss Hammerette, Budgie, take it easy. Thank you very much.
Nice one.
All the best, Anton.
Take care, Anton.
All the best, mate.
Take care, buddy. Titch, thank you for joining us, buddy.
No, it's my pleasure.
I'm going to ask Lucas to say a few words because he hasn't really said a lot yet this evening. Come on, Lucas. You've been patient, buddy.
I like listening to what everyone has to say because I done something yesterday with Tom and James over E20, and yeah, it's just nice to hear what everyone else has to say because I said my piece. But in the grand scheme of things, I think all this is a huge testament to Miss Ron and Barney for developing such a great human, in my opinion, and he was just so infectious and lovable, and really that all comes down to the foundation and how you're raised, and I'm blessed to say that he was a part of my life, and he gave me so many memories. And I know Milesy said his world record, or his record voice note, was about 16 minutes. Mine, I think, if I remember correctly, was about 14 and a half. And I don't know what it is. I can't listen to things on times too, so I would go through the whole 14 minutes, and I'm just like trying to figure out, how do I reply to this? Like, you've given me about 10 things to reply to. I'm not going to be able to do it all. But really, he was such a great guy. And another thing that I really didn't think about is that he really did bring a bunch of people together, people that, because of the West Ham community, I never thought I'd know or call mates or just even be acquaintances with and have a chin wag. And for that, I'm blessed. For that, I'm blessed. And the one thing I'd leave off on is he was always just wanting to know what everyone was doing, and it was very, I don't know, it was he had such a knack for it, because he would want to know what everyone was doing, and he would come across in such a genuine way. And I've never met someone that was just so interested in what others were doing. And one thing I wish I was able to do was talk to him about Prague and us lifting the trophy, because I was fortunate enough to be in Prague when it happened, and I know he would have been sending me voice notes out the wazoo and texts about the beer and whatnot, what mischief I was up to after the match and whatnot. But yeah, all in all, I just feel really blessed to know a person like him, and I credit you and Miss Ronnie for raising such a great guy.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I second that.
Well, we were saying today, we went to Italy for 3 weeks, and that's the longest time we'd ever been apart. And now this is like a year. You know, it's gone so quick.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree. It has, like everyone said, it has really just flown by. But life goes so fast, but the events and memories just feel like they egg on, and really it's just unfortunate how everything moves so fast, because it isn't until an anniversary of an event that you sit back and you're like, wow, I can't believe it's already passed by. And just like most, yesterday I woke up, immediately went to my WhatsApp, fortunately still have pretty much everything we've ever spoke about on that thing, and it was great. I had some of his songs, of course, his long voice notes, and just a bunch of questions and stuff we'd ask back and forth, conspiracy theories on there as well, most certainly. And yeah, it was just it's really nice to go back and look, and that's what memories are for. They're to be cherished, and I'm thankful for all those.
Right.
Thank you. That's lovely, mate. Well, there's a couple of little messages for Barney. Duke said he's loving the hat and the t-shirt. And Rebecca says hello to everybody. Barney sends you her love, and to Ron as well. So much love. Just putting young Noah to bed, but she says she loves everybody. Thank you, Beck. Thank you.
Yeah. I just want to say hi to Miss Cameron.
Hi, Barney. You okay?
Good. He thought the word of you.
I know. And absolutely exactly the same. We all loved him. We still love him, even now. It feels like that moment, just you're stuck in that moment and stuck in time. That's the hardest part about it all. But as everyone said, how time just goes, you blink your eyes and it's just gone. It's frightening, really. But he's never forgotten. Never.
No.
Yeah. Check, what you got? anything for us, mate? What you want? Anything you want to say?
Nah, that's not me. Like just coming here with a speech and that. If somebody asks me questions, then yeah, that's not me. I'm not here to just. I'm not the person to sit here and just open up. But
well, I mean, if you want to share a little bit of like how things went at the start of West Ham Random, for example, how you and Peach sort of got into contact. I still don't know that story, man.
So Peach, what did he message me? Okay, yeah, right. So I created a fake character. I was quite new to the channel, and I created a fake football player that had joined West Ham from Barcelona. But Peach didn't realize that it was fake, so he's googling this person. Obviously, So obviously that person was based off of people in the past that said I look like Ti. So it was kind of like this football player was from Atlanta. He turned down a NFL contract. All of this, but Peach. So he messaged, "I don't get it, dog," and I'm like, "Yeah, he did. Yeah." And then I only learned through speaking to him after that he'd actually Googled this player and couldn't find any information and whatnot. So I think I replied to it thinking, this guy's just being ignorant because I didn't know who he was. Then I done a competition for a giveaway. I gave away 3 caps, different color ones. And Peach, I think by then he might have had my number, and he texted me, "I want that hat. He wanted the blue, the baby blue one." Oh shit, are you not there?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, sorry, my screen went black. Yeah, so he made it known that he wants that that particular, the baby blue one.
Yeah.
And this speaks high volumes about Peach, because Peach made me go against my morals. And when I done a giveaway, you've got a lot of people just randomly popping up. "Oh, I'm a fan of your channel." I'm thinking, no, you're not. There must be something in the algorithm where when there's giveaways, these people just pop up. So my daughter was probably not even 1 at the time. So I wrote everybody's names down, but I didn't put all the ones that I knew. You lot are not genuine subscribers. You're not. So I didn't even put them in there. But all the ones that I knew were genuine. And at the time, I didn't know none of you lot. So this was just people that I might have commented. I've never done a live stream before that. Anyway, my little daughter, who was probably 1 at the time, in her hand for the first one, she already had Peach's name. So when I first went to do it, she dropped it beforehand. So we had to retake it. And then, she's reaching into the pot. She's 1 year old. She pulls out Peach. And obviously he gets the blue hat. The other 2 were legit. They was actually done. But, I'd done that for Peach without, and then, yeah, from there, we just was in constant communication. I kept saying to him, look, I tried to give Peach guidance. I said, look, you should have your own channel. Something to focus on. He's loves West Ham. He loves talking. So that's basically how we came up with the channel, is where I just said to him, look, everything he done on that channel is obviously I'm more regimental and I'm more precise. And, so he was allowed, that was his thing. All I would do is just help him with thumbnails and stuff like that. Do you understand? So,
yeah.
At the time I was really, really busy, but it's kind of because of the character, I kind of made time to do the YouTube stuff with Peach, just for Peach. Do you understand? So yeah, not a lot of people could have, and he didn't persuade me. He didn't, he wasn't. It was like it just naturally, this is who this guy is. I'm going to do what I can for him. And there's not many people with the predicament I was in. I was busy, family stuff and that, but I still basically, because of who he was, I tried to find the time as much as possible to help him out, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So I've received a couple of video messages that I'm going to play quickly. The first one is from Cyber, and the second one is from Happy Amaret. So I'm going to play this, and I'm back to you in a minute.
Hello guys, Cyber here. So yeah, Peach, I'm gonna really miss you, mate. It's been a year since we last spoke to each other, but yeah, you will always be here in my heart. I'm never gonna see you, but well, not physically, but I'll probably see you up in the gods with the legends. And I would like to say you're a really good legend, and you helped me so much. Will build my confidence on being YouTube. And yeah, if I do get any money from patrons, etc., I'm gonna give them to the Bobby Moore Fund for you, mate. Because literally, you was my soul. I can't believe you died. Where are we gonna get all the jokes from now? So, yeah. So yeah, and quick question. Tomorrow it's gonna be 3-1 West Ham versus Dagenham. So yeah, cheers from Digger Dagger. Bye.
That was lovely.
Hey, just want to say, Peach, you've never ever been forgotten. You are just such a big part of it.
Well, for me, let's try that again.
Hey, just want to say, Peach, you've never ever been forgotten. You are just such a big part of everything. You would have loved this season. You would have loved the trophy. Rice or Henderson? Anyway, thanks, Budgie, and speak to you soon, chat. Bye.
Love it.
They were both lovely. Really, really special.
You know what? Peach did say he did say that he would get Happy Hammer on camera one day, and that's the first time I've seen her on camera. So once again, Peach is his magic has worked.
That's very true. That is very true. And also, as part of in with that, hang on, my phone isn't charging. Hold on, guys.
Excuse me a second.
There we go. Yes, and along with that, she also said to me that I would be the first channel that she would appear on. So she kept her word in both things, So, but I'm happy.
She's brilliant. Love her.
Yeah, mate. My best friend. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my best friend. Well, there is another, but we won't talk about him because he don't support West Ham. So he's supports somebody else.
No, she's been a rock for me for a lot of stuff. Like so many people have been.
Yeah. And the thing is, like everybody's been saying, that Peach brought a lot of people together. I mean, I would not have known yourself, Kate, or Kieran, or Fitch, or Lucas, or even Barney, if it hadn't have been for him. And everybody that's been on screen tonight, and everybody that's in the chat and everything, we've all known each other through Peach, and a year down the line, I believe that Peach will be looking down on us all now, rubbing his hand, saying, okay, well, if you're going to give me the thanks for starting it, I'll take that. But you guys just, and to be fair, in this last year, it's been very tough for me. This is my first live show since I did the in crowd with Barney and yourself, Kate. They're the only two. Well, in fact, I pre-recorded those, didn't I? So this has been my first live stream since we lost Kate. And yeah, it's been a tough year for me. But I've kept the channel alive with little videos here and there, but just because I knew that this day was coming, and I wanted to do something on this day. I was hoping to piggyback onto Random as well, but unfortunately that didn't come about. But and it's nice that there's people in the chat with little memories and stuff. Timbo, thank you for joining us, buddy. Gone but not forgotten. Literally made me giggle every time I saw it. It was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant.
And just so clever as well, yeah, with like he just could come up with something just at a drop of a hat, like a quick rap or just something just comes straight off the top of his head. So clever, so witty, just everything.
Yeah.
When can I just say something?
Please do, Tony.
Yeah, when we gave our blessings for his parts to be donated, from his body. I don't know if Shandor, has he been on the program? Shandor, he treated Matthew like a cousin, or like brothers. Anyway, he gave this doctor Matthew's music, and she went away. And she came back the next morning. I don't know if you heard it, but he said, "Do you realise your boy's a genius?" And I said, "No, I didn't realise that." He said, "Well, when I'm doing the operation tonight, I'm going to have that record on." And she put the record on while she done that. So, and we've already had a letter through the government from a guy that's got one of Matthew's kidneys, and it saved his life. And yeah, it saved his life, and he's back at work.
Amazing.
Wow. That's fantastic.
He's still doing things when he's dead.
Yeah. And in many ways,
Okay.
you know, in many ways, Matthew will live on in many ways, you know. And you know, we're all here for you, mate. You know,
Yeah.
we're all
Always, Barney. Always. You and Ron. We're all here for you.
Yeah, that's a lovely thing.
He's gonna get crying today.
It's understandable. It's understandable. You're washing your eyes, Barney. That's what you're doing. It's all right.
I don't know what to do. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Guys, do you mind if I go off because I'm losing it a little bit here?
You've got to go.
Okay,
You
Barney.
go.
No, that's absolutely
mate.
fine, mate. Absolutely fine.
Thank
Thanks
you
for joining us, and thanks for giving
Thanks
us
for
as much
coming
time
on.
as you did. And
Take
please,
care, Barney.
please pass our regards on to Mama Peach as well. Yeah.
I was gonna try and speak to Kieran as well. How you doing, Kieran?
I'm really good, Barney, mate. But yeah, it's been a tough year for all of us, I think, and in one way or another. You know, I lost my nephew as well since then, and that was a tough time. And but yeah, the memories with Peachy just keep coming back to me every week. I sit here and I remember something else, or you know, and I said it seems so long ago, yet the memories seem like yesterday. And it's really a strange thing with Peachy. It just keeps coming into my head every week. Something will happen. I'll go. And even when we won that final, the first thing I thought of, because my nephew, like he's only 3 years younger, he's more like a brother than a nephew. That's what made it hard, and for me. And all they wanted to see, both of them, was see West Ham win a trophy. And as soon as West Ham won that trophy, I was going, my first thoughts were, I wish my nephew Jimmy Mack and Peach was around to have seen
well,
that,
Matthew
you know?
called that.
Yeah.
Really did.
What's that, Barney?
There's lots of comments wishing you good wishes, Barney. So, yeah, you know, sending love to yourself and Ronnie, and, you know, everybody's with you, mate. We're all with you. And like Happy said, we're all proud of him, Matthew. We're all very proud of him. Like I said, without him, this wouldn't happen. None of us would, you know, be where we are. So, you know, your son was a good one, and he'll always be a good one, you know.
Yeah, because when I go, Barney, no one will remember me, mate. I won't give a toss. Peachy, I think every year we'll be doing something like this to remember him. We'll never bloody forget him. He drove us all crazy, Barney. He probably did for a lot of years with you and all, I reckon.
Kieran, we'll all be dancing around the stadium when you go, mate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but yeah, well, I do, mate. Well, there's some kind of remembrance, isn't it? But
We'll
there's
start
something
going round
about,
one way and then we'll come back like a boomerang.
yeah. But like, look, when you see the people in the chat there, like WHU there and Robert and all, there's so many people, not just on YouTube that met him, like us, but so many through the chat to remember Peach. You know, that's a testament, because I never actually met him like we did, like, or face to face, or had lots of conversations with him. But just through a chat somewhere, people remember him and don't forget him. He was like that when he went into chats, wasn't he? He sort
Yeah, he was one of a kind, wasn't he? You couldn't get another. You will never ever know or meet another Peach ever. Never ever.
No. I've always said that people used to gravitate to him in a chat.
Yeah.
But they're all, you know, we put a messy up there, no one take any notice.
I want to share a little memory of Peach with you, actually. It was the time when I did the dry run for the match day rewind thing that I was going to do. And I asked Peach to do the dry run with me live. And I said to him, you have watched the link I sent you, haven't you? And I'm saying this on live, you know, streaming. And he said, no, I haven't watched it. I know that game inside out. And then he started quoting things that had happened in the game. And he started firing firecrackers at me. Well, not at me. But he was throwing them around.
Absolutely ruined it.
God, I lost
He
it.
absolutely ruined it.
Completely lost it with him. It was hilarious now looking back at it. But at the time, if I had been 60 yards away from him, I'd have run at him. You know what I mean?
It was hilarious at the time for everybody but you. Like it was, yeah, that was.
No, we could see how annoyed you're getting. That made it even funnier.
I know. And do you know what? I'm really, really surprised that Titch hasn't made it a meme yet.
Yeah.
But I've just given you an idea now, haven't I? But I was actually half expecting that to come up as a meme.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. That was like a little kid getting told off by his
yeah. If you don't stop it, I'm going to stop this stream right here, right now. I'm going. It's hilarious. Oh my God, it cracked me up after when I watched it back. It did make me laugh, but obviously at the time because I was trying to plan this thing out, get it going all nice and smooth. Ask Peach to help you out with it. It's going to go a little bit differently than what you expect, you know.
Be prepared for anything and everything.
And everything, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was funny as heck, though. And then there were times when, you know, like Kieran, you and I were on the thing and with him, and then he'd go, "Oh, hang on, I've got to charge my phone." And an hour later, we're still standing there, like talking. Like, where is he? Come on.
Yeah, the amount of times I had to. This could be the middle of the night, and I'll be watching it and maybe falling asleep, and then I would have to go into the stream because I was, and end the stream because the people that he'd invited and left, they had no means of ending the stream.
I know. All we could do was leave the stream.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a few of them where there's like 45 minutes, an hour and a half, you know.
That's happened more than a few times to me.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I've watched a few where that's happened at the end of it, and I'm like, oh, good God.
I think Pete suffered from FOMO because it was like, rather than just let the stream finish and he comes back, he knew that he weren't coming back for the next hour, but he would rather the stream keep running and people keep communicating, knowing he ain't coming back. I'll be back in 10 minutes. No, you're not. You know that. So yeah, it's like that fear of missing out, I think, and yeah, it worked.
Yeah, the first few times I used to watch and I'd be like, is he okay? Where's he gone? I'd be in the chat going, I'm really new around it. Is he coming back? What's going on? And I just kind of got just used to it. And it was like, yeah. And people would come in and they go, where is he? I'm like, he probably won't be back. I'll probably just leave.
Yeah.
He would just take a nice 30-minute break from the stream and come back while it's still rolling.
And then all of a sudden you get another notification. He's gone live again, and he's in the off license or in the supermarket. And he's like, oh, I don't know what happened now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, come on.
I think what Lawrence was saying was bang on the money. I think that, you know, you're not going to find another Peach, but the channel itself, the essence of the channel was bringing people together. You would have people from maybe channels that don't get along, but they'd be on the same stream, and you know, everyone gets on with it. And I think also, I mean, Kieran can answer this because he's right here, but I think that the time zone, and Kieran's all the way out in, and obviously in Brisbane, and that, I think it's somebody like Kieran. It might have just been a social thing where, you know what, I can log on, Peach is going to be on, we can just chat West Ham and we can just chat. So I think he facilitated more than maybe we're sort of acknowledging as to, you know, that channel and what he bought.
I think you're right, and I think also he kind of helped to pioneer the international feel for the West Ham community, if you know what I mean. By bringing the Brits, the Aussies, people in Thailand, Australia, Canada, the United States, you know, he brought all of us together, all in one hit, you know, and you know, so I think he helped to make the West Ham community more universal around the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's as well a lot to do with the time zones, you know, with you know, like Lucas in America, because some of the times when all the channels in the UK go live or whatever, you know, it's usually the middle of the night for me. But with Canada and America, it's a bit different.
We had a beautiful dead zone of time where it was just a ghost town on the internet. Ghost town in the West Ham internet scene.
Yeah. So just when he'd come on, and you know, he sent me a link. You know, it was mid-morning for me or whatever. And why I probably met Lucas through American Hammers TV, because the timing for me was good, where it's the middle of the night for people in the UK, and vice versa. So we miss a lot of them shows that go on because most of us are asleep. But with anything coming out of Canada and America, then it's good for me. So that's how, you know, you end up being on there more.
Yeah.
So it did help for us to be a part
as well. Clips is saying that when someone was trying to make a point and he would just randomly start playing that Zabaleta
Oh,
video.
don't. Clipsy.
I wish I had that because I would have been throwing that in all night. There you go.
It just do my head in, man. That was random. Oh,
Intentionally and unintentionally hilarious every time.
Yeah. And it kind of resonated as well though, because he was so random, you know. He had such a random attitude to all stuff. It was just brilliant. The channel name, how did that come about, Titch?
That was him. You know, we like I said, it was me. I kept saying to him, you know, you need to do your own thing, and he was like almost reluctant to. Then he came back with this random, and you know, he'd spoken to Frankel, and it's going to be random. They're going to end the stream like after like 29 minutes and cut people off and whatnot. So yeah, even that is, I didn't know Frankel at all. You know me, I don't know all of the channels like that. I don't. So, you know, he put me and Frankel in a group. We got, we were speaking. We was on a voice call between the three of us. And then outside of that, you know, I've said this already on the, you know, when Peach passed away. But outside of that, Frankel phoned me and said, "Look, I'm not sure this is going to work." You know, basically, he's a bit of a. I said, "Look, it doesn't matter." I said, "Look, at the end of the day, you're committing to use the Peach and Frankel show. It's 30 minutes a week. Other than that, I will take care of Peach. Everything else, I'll do. That's no problem." And then he said, "You know what? You're right. Actually, you understand." He just, you know, naturally, my instinct is everything that Peach stands for on YouTube. I'm the opposite. You know, I like to be regimental and all of that. So that was probably Frankel's apprehension. Like, you know, I'll be waiting. Peach won't turn up on time, which happened for their show. So then Frankel's messaging me, "You need to come on as TI." I said, "I've got stuff to do. So now I've got to put on the shade." You understand? So everything that Frankel was apprehensive about came true. You know, Peach was late for their own show that was meant to go live at, you know, I don't know, 6 p.m. every Tuesday or whatever. So, Yeah, it was funny that everything that everybody knew of him still committed to him, knowing that he's going to keep letting you down in regards to time or walking off camera and all of that. But everybody just put up with it basically. So once again, it's not many people could get away with just sometimes just taking a piss out. You understand? Like, and he did. So yeah, you know, everybody said it. You're not gonna find another person like that. None of us will come across somebody like that who is authentic. You know, you get people that try and be not try and be peaked, but I'm saying they always try and put on an act for YouTube or social media.
It's a bit over exaggerated.
Yeah, you're not gonna get somebody like that. You ain't. And
what you saw on the screen is exactly what you would see if you sat in your house. You know, Keith, I just want to bring a thing up to this comment. Keith said he never knew Peach or saw his videos, but he sounds like a diamond geezer. Love the guy. Love you guys. Show for him is heartwarming. R.I.P. Hammer's brother Peach. Now, Keith, if you look on YouTube for West Ham Random, expect what you get. What you get is what you read on the tin. Yeah, it's random. So, but it is great content. There's some great content on there. You'll see some faces that you're seeing on the screen now, and that have been on.
I wouldn't say all of it was great, Keith.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you better have at least 2 hours to spare.
Yeah,
there's some crap on there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, this guy would walk off camera, even though he's doing a solo stream. So he'll be out in the streets, and then he would just leave. You're looking at trees and stuff. So
yeah. And also, you know, he and I did a 9-hour stream once. I think, Kieran, you were involved in that for a couple of 4 hours or more. But we did a 9-hour stream once, and you know, he was on camera for probably 8.5 hours of it. And you know, the half hour or so that he wasn't on camera, like you say, it was trees or a car park, or you know, it was like the sky as he's walking towards his next Wi-Fi spot and things. It was great. It was absolutely brilliant. But that's not recommended viewing. 9 hours of just complete randomness. But you know, it's worth flicking through. It's great. I loved it. But 9 hours, man, you get a 9-hour stream. Ridiculous.
I think, you know, I use Lawrence as an example. I think West Ham Random was exactly what Lawrence needed in regards to getting familiar with the football, getting familiar with some sort of community. You know, Lawrence would openly be on the stream and not say too much and you know, say, look, I don't really know too much, but West Ham's my team. And I think West Ham Random for Lawrence was the perfect YouTube channel. Do you understand? And I think that's why, you know, I've spoken to a lot, and that's why Lawrence misses. You know, he'll always say to me, "Oh, you know, we got to get the guys together," and because that's all he knew. You know, once that channel was started, he knew, you know, I can go on there when I want. I can say what, you know, speak, and sometimes I can just sit here and not say anything. But you know, I'm part of the family. So somebody like Lawrence, I'd say, would probably miss it a lot because he that was his introduction into football. That was his education. I think his football education was on West Ham Random.
Agreed. 100%.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because look, you didn't have to. There's trouble sometimes with football channels nowadays. These days, is that you don't have to have insight and great knowledge of everything. You don't. With Random, you could say what you wanted. You know, you can say what you wanted, and you know, doesn't matter if it's controversial opinion or if it's wrong. So what? It's your opinion. That's it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to know the ins and outs of every transfer or every player that you've been linked to. You just have a pop, and that's what he did.
I'll say for myself, even doing YouTube right now, still currently, like going on West Ham Random for me was always just a nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
because I could just talk absolute shit about West Ham in different ways that like I was already talking about. Like I could just casually talk West Ham. I didn't have to try and give a expert opinion or something like that. Not calling myself an expert, obviously, but sort of conveying my opinion in that way. But that's what I loved about West Ham Random, and obviously connecting with everyone. But just being able to come together, just casually talk West Ham, and then obviously go on any random tangent that could be thought of.
And if you knew anything about shawarma, you're in.
Yeah. You're in the circle immediately.
Right. I didn't know what shawarma was.
Hang on a minute.
Introduced
Wait
it.
for Happy Amaret's next comment, because that's bound to be about
Yeah.
the shawarma. It's bound to be, because in the group, I called it a shawarma.
You like shawarmas? You like conspiracy theories? Being outside, looking at trees. West Ham Random channel.
Honestly, every time we're talking about stuff that he would talk about, that bird is getting louder and louder and louder. It might just be me, but I'm telling you.
No, it's going bonkers. It's going bonkers behind me, mate.
I'll tell you what. When I did a little video yesterday, and again, I don't know how many people are on Twitter, but there was a huge ruckus going on basically about Paulinho and James Ward-Prowse. And I was just like, this is literally Rice or Henderson right now happening on this day. And I'm like, there's just no other way it could go down. And mind you, it was just a huge just row. Like, and I'm just like, there's no other way this could go down on his day.
Who remembers? It's only because Lawrence said, Kieran remember this, Budgie will remember this. Titch, if that's your real name. Anybody that's proper West Ham Random will remember that. I can tell you the story of that as well. So basically, I don't mind mentioning names. JPWHU. Peach was always trying to encourage, he knew me. I wasn't about, I just do my thing, that's it. And he was like, oh, got to check out this guy, JPWHU. And I'm like, all right, Peach. Anyway, so I went over there on his recommendation. Started commenting, I might watch videos, but I don't really get involved in the chat. Commented and that, and then the guy was at the time, I don't know if he was whatever, he was quite rude, Titch, that's not your real name, and I'm just being respectful in there. He was getting on to Hammerhead at the time as well. So then I told Peach, and Peach, I think, took a bit of offense to that because he knew, look, I've sent him over there. I subscribed straight away as well. Like I just subscribed before even entering the chat. So then anyway, I done a little get back video on this guy, which was funny. It was just funny, respectfully but funny. But Peach kept playing that video like all the time. So we'll be on a live stream, and then he would play the video where JP says, "Oh, Titch, if that's your real name," and yeah. So that was another constant thing where he would just, I reckon, he would play that video probably 50 times a day at least. Yeah, where you mid sentence he just plays that. But him and JP. After that, they sort of, so it wasn't that deep, and for me it wasn't that deep. But at the time, I thought, nah, I'm gonna address it. I don't know in a comical way, but Peach, obviously, that was very much part of West Ham Random. Yeah, if that's your real name.
Yeah. I just received a message from Adam, and Adam, I didn't read it, but I saw the beginning of it. Yes, mate, please do. Oh, mate, there was so much about him that was just comical, And funnily enough, the one person that I'd bump into most regularly at the stadium, because he goes in through the same entrance I do and everything, is JP. I bump into, and I recognise him every time because he wears a particular jacket, and he's very distinctive in this jacket, and I pick him out every time, so I always go over and say hello,
And I must add as well, I didn't know JP, but Wally instantly off, after the stream that we went live off camera, he said to me, look, he's a good guy. He helped people through COVID. I said, all right, cool. So Wally vouched for him. He said, I don't know why he, maybe for whatever reason he's going through something or he's having a bad day. So because of Wally, because I was ready to just go in on this guy and just more comical, but I didn't. That was Wally. I said, and Wally said to me, he vouched for him. He said, look, I'm a member, not a member. I know this guy through his channel. He's helped people and that. So I left it. It wasn't that deep, but yeah, he wasn't going to get away with it.
Budgie.
Yes.
Budgie, sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna go if that's okay. But thank you so much for putting this together, and it's been lovely seeing you all and having chats and everything. So thank you for letting me be part of it as well.
You as well.
Yeah.
Lovely. Good to see you, Kate.
And thank you for joining us.
And just to finish on that, Kate, when he did pass, mate, and I have played it a few times this year, your message to him was gorgeous. It was lovely. My favourite message that I saw about Peach at the time. and I have watched
Thank
it a few
you.
times this year. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, well, it was just everything that was from the heart. But again,
It was.
thank you, because gave me the opportunity to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely.
And also, thank you also, Kate, for doing the in crowd with me, because that has now gone over 1,500 views. My biggest video by far.
I've got no
The
idea
nearest
how,
one
but
to it is
thanks.
200.
Yeah, it was rubbish. It was rubbish, Kate.
Why have you watched it 3 times then, you top spot? But no, it's completely smashed all of my other views. The other ones, like 290 something, is my highest other video. So thank you so much.
It's all right. Thank you. I'll see you all
Love it.
later.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Take care now.
All the best,
Love
mate.
it. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Then there was 4. How you doing, Lucas?
Then there were 4.
I'm good, mate.
So,
I was gonna. I hate to be the follower in that guy, but I was also gonna follow suit, and I wanted to leave off on a few things. And of course, Kieran's gone, so I'll save it for last. But Titch, I'm well. I was gonna say before I go that you're doing a great job on the channel, and I hope you keep banging on. Your shorts are absolutely unreal, by the way.
Yeah.
Your shorts game is immaculate.
You know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. You lot have seen. I haven't been on there for long, and personal things and all of that. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna really be on YouTube. But I'll go on the disabled team with Stuart and Kieran.
Yeah, but I regularly look at the shorts because I always thought your shorts were really good, and I hope you come back and keep doing them because I like them a lot. And then
I appreciate that.
I wanted to say, Kieran, it's nice to see you. I hope we can connect again soon because I know we're practically on the same but completely polar opposite time zones. And I hope you enjoyed your recent trip back to England. It looked great. Unlike me, whenever I go over, they can't seem to win, but you might be the good luck.
Yeah, I got lucky with the Forest game, Lucas. Yeah, you are a jinx. We don't want you back there, to be honest, because then it goes pear-shaped.
Don't say that. He's going to come and see me when he comes to England.
Yeah, but West Ham go down soon as he turns up.
And Budgie asked me when I'm coming over. I didn't tell him how long because I didn't want to get castrated for you can't be over that long.
Mate, but like I say, if you pop over to the UK again for a few games, that'll be the end of Moyes, mate. He'll lose every game, and you can take credit for it.
Hey, the away days in the championship are a lot better anyway. And then Budgie, I just wanted to say thank you for setting this all up because it was really nice to reconnect with everyone. And obviously we haven't seen one another separately or all together in a very, very long time. And it's unfortunate.
Great to see you, Lucas.
It's unfortunate for why we've had to come together, but at the same time, also beautiful because we're all mates, we're all acquaintances, and it is nice to catch up because we all do have some history, and it's nice to just come together to talk about one common thing, and that one common thing was a special man, special person, and long may he live, and he will, because I agree with Kate. I'm a bit, I won't say I'm spiritual, but I do believe in certain things and the way life goes on, the way things happen, and I do like to think that Peach is always knocking up somewhere at any given time that he can to either disrupt or make something funny in our lives. And a last message to Miss Ron and Barney, God bless them. Speed to them as well. I hope they're just keeping on. That's like the most American thing to say. Keep on keeping on. And I just hope they're doing okay. And I hope everyone in the chat that's also remembering Peach and celebrating his life with us are getting through as well, having a great day. And I appreciate you guys, and it was really great talking to you. And I hope, again, very American, keep on keeping on.
And you, Lucas. Good
God
catch up
bless
with you
all.
Nice one.
And I look forward to greeting you when you come to the UK again next.
We will stay in touch, and I promise we will do a lot better the next time I come over. The first match I plan on going to is Everton away. For God's sake, I hope we
at least this season's kit looks like a West Ham kit. So, there's a little promise in that. Isn't there,
I'll let
really?
you know. I'll give you a month's head start. You can put your money on Everton when we play them away at Goodison.
Yeah. Could have had a few quid.
So you're welcome for that. All right. I love you all. Take care.
All the best,
Lucas. Nice one.
Cheers, Lucas. Thanks for coming on, buddy. And then there were 3. So I was going to mention that I got a notification a few moments ago that in 30 minutes, which will be now, I would imagine 11 o'clock, that West Ham Random will be going live with Memories of Peach. So guys and girls, slide across to Random after this stream. I'll end this just around 11 o'clock and then we can get over there. As we're thinning the guests down to 3. So, Titch, again, I would like to congratulate you myself on your channel. The shorts and stuff, they're hilarious. They are. Some of them are absolutely on the money. Well, they're all good. They're all very, very good. Some of them really make me chuckle, though.
Yeah.
And also, the young lad that you know, that I believe you're his coach, the one that's gone viral with the...
No, not his coach. I saw him. I saw him doing his fan cams on West Ham Fan TV. I reached out to him to be part of my channel, so that's how I know him. You know, just through and then since then he's gone viral through his another fan cam on West Ham Fan TV. So yeah. So Kieran's met him, you know, on here like loads of times on the streams and all of that.
Yeah.
But he's a good kid, really good kid.
Yeah, and you know, as you say, he's gone viral, and even my brother, who's a Chelsea fan, he sent me the video that was released on TikTok of him, you know, and stuff. You know, so it's actually great that you know that he's got a little bit of recognition. You know, he's a good lad, very passionate about the club.
Yeah, he knows his he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
And he is he's a character, and that's why that video, you know, that he's gone viral because he's got something in him that, he's got that little extra thing that, you know, potentially on social media could take you far.
Yeah, and you know, again, we know that Peach would have loved them, you know. When I put a link to the Random channel, the best thing I can suggest, WHU, is that you just click on the search bar in YouTube and put in West Ham Random, and it will come up, and then you can subscribe or whatever, and then you'll get notifications of anything that comes up.
Is this Frankel doing that, Budge? Is it?
I think it may be young Reese, actually, because he hasn't actually. I sent him the link to pop in here, but he hasn't come in. But we were chatting earlier, and he said he wanted to do something on Random, so I think it may be him. It could be Adam. I don't know.
Well, we get that. There's a hot journalist guy. What's this guy's name? From the Anvil. Do you reckon he'd be on there?
James.
I don't know.
James.
But,
Maybe. I don't know. He was friends with Peach, and I'm sure Reese probably still has his contact details, etc. So yeah. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say that.
Yeah, happy Amaret on camera. We should
on cam,
mate. For all the people that watch all the other channels, and Happy's been a massive part of the chats and all of them, I would say, who've never seen her. So you want a clip when she came on that camera, so they could all see that's what she looks like. That for the first time ever. An amazing thing. This day should be remembered for that, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I would also say that she's actually a moderator on a number of channels as well, not just like a contributor, as it were, you know, in the chats and stuff. She moderates as well. and does a great job doing it. She's a moderator on this channel, and I want to say thank you to her as well, because you know, even though she doesn't have an awful lot to do on this channel,
No,
it's great to
you
know that
just
she's
need
there in the
someone to moderate her. That's all you need.
Oh, right. Okay, Keith, thanks for that. My Latin name, oh, God. I reckon Abby's probably screenshotting this.
Melopsittacus.
Yeah.
Melopsittacus undulatus. If that's
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Keith. I really appreciate that. So, Robert, yes, I heard from him a few months back, and we were chatting for a few days, and then he sent me a message saying that he had some personal stuff to deal with, and that was the last I heard from him. As far as I know, he's still okay. I've seen a few tweets from him. He's doing okay, as far as I know. Charlie is doing
I think he's living down in Florida now, isn't he? Church?
Yeah.
Charlie boy.
Yeah. Son are doing good.
You know, when Barney was on, I could see obviously like he was just about holding it up, and it's something that I wanted to say. You know, with him not being on camera, is I don't know. I couldn't even imagine what he's going through. Remember, I'm a father of 6. That's his. You know, that was their only child. I just can't comprehend what he's going through. And I can tell you now, me personally, I couldn't come on camera, you know, when everybody's speaking. I couldn't do it. Like I wouldn't have. Yeah, I'm mentally strong, but that I couldn't do.
That's exactly what's going through my mind as well.
So
and I've got a lot of respect for him for coming on and holding it together for as long as he did, because I couldn't.
Nah. Also, when I was listening before I came on.
Yeah,
it's funny because everyone was saying like they feel like the years. It seemed longer, but when I found out, I spoke to my missus today, and she was like, a year. Like I don't know if it's because we've got a lot going on, but to us it feels like maybe 8 months. Not, but when I heard everyone else speaking, they seem to think that it seems like it was longer that he passed. But for me, it feels about 8 months. Yeah,
that's the weird. I think it feels longer, but yet the memories feel like yesterday. It's a really weird thing. And just to touch on Barney there, grief's is a horrible thing, and I've been through a fair bit myself. But I'd imagine the loss of a child, transcends all the grief that I've ever felt. It's got to be the worst of grief is a child, especially an only child. So I agree with you, Titch. For Barney and Ronnie, must be a horrible time. Like it's a year has passed, but the memories must be brutal for them. Yeah. We'd like just to remember the good thing, but for them that they've lost their only son, and that must be really, really hard.
I think that the fact that so many people have joined us on screen today, this evening, and people have commented, the videos I've received from people. I think all of that is a testament to the person that Peach was. It's been a tough year for a lot of us. I've had a few losses this year myself, including my own mum. That was very tough. But I felt that myself. I felt that it felt like it had been longer than a year. And, I kind of kicked myself that I hadn't remembered the anniversary. And then it came about, and I realised, my goodness, it isn't actually longer than I thought. It's only a year. That was my kind of summary of it. Oh my gosh, it's only a year. You know,
Yeah.
kind of weird. Look, guys, I just want to quickly play that West Ham Clips video again because I loved it, and I think the people that have joined us later in the show haven't seen it, maybe. So, just going to give it another quick play.
Peach, Matthew Wren, Peach Dog, capital P, E, capital A, C, capital H. Peach the 5-foot trooper, the guy who's incapable of dropping a quick hello, and has to instead drop you a cheeky novel, to be listened to on times 2 speed instead. Whatever you called him, it doesn't matter, but what is for sure, is that you almost certainly have fond memories. I think the best thing you can say about Peach, is that you always left any form of interaction with him, better off than when you began. Well, unless you haven't checked your WhatsApp and there's 48 minutes of untouched voice notes. Or unless you're a Canadian citizen, just trying to get a good night's sleep.
Antonio! Antonio! They're like, what the fuck? Antonio! Antonio! Antonio!
If you knew him, then you loved him, and you were also probably accused of being clipped by him, or, at the very least, some sort of consortium of clips. That's probably the best thing you can say about Peach, is that no matter the scenario, the setting, the context, the topic of discussion, or even the time difference, there was always something positive to take away from Peach. Even now, a year on, even after so much has happened, whether it be West Ham winning their first trophy since 1980, Canada playing in their first World Cup since 1986, or Adam Frankel going 2 whole days without dropping a name, you can still watch pretty much any stream on the West Ham Random YouTube channel, and it's timeless. Even now, even a year on, Peach is still, and forever will be, in the building.
He's in the building.
Love that. Great. Thank you so much, Clips, for putting that together for me at such short notice. It's very, very kind of you. I appreciate that a lot. Sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to upset you more, buddy. And I've got one more short drop of my drink left, so I'm going to tip my glass to Peach. And I'm going to say thank you to everybody that's joined me this evening. Kieran, thank you. Kitch, thank you. Guys, I am going to start wrapping it up because I don't want to overrun into random time. And I'm getting a bit peckish, I've got to be honest with you. I fancy a cheap sandwich, if I'm honest.
Oh, what? What time is eating at that time of night? What's the matter with you?
Oh, mate, you don't know me. I'll eat. I won't eat when I wake up. It takes me hours to eat when I wake up. But I'll eat before I go to sleep. I'm a weirdo.
Weirdo.
I am. I'm trying to. Thank you, everybody in the chat that's joined us. And please remember that I will be putting a few more bits and bobs out. I'm sure, Kieran, you up for doing a couple of bits and bobs?
Yeah, you let me know, bro. You let me know, we'll sort something.
And also, hopefully, we'll see you again soon, Titch, on the channel. I'll send you invites over, mate. And, you know, they're not compulsory, but, you know.
Yeah.
No, it'd be nice to see Titch get back on the horse as well, wouldn't it? Because I've always enjoyed Hammers Fans United.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed being on the Titch.
And some of the best shorts that you will see on YouTube, absolutely quality. So, yeah, brilliant. Thank you for joining us, Titch. I know that you're a busy man and you have family, etc. And you've taken time out to help us with this celebration.
No, it's my, like I said, it's my pleasure. I couldn't come on at the start.
No,
but yes, I came on as soon as I could. But yeah, it's
mate, that kind of worked okay in everybody's favour because by that time some of the earlier guests had started filtering out. It was good. It worked out really nicely. And I didn't plan the timing. It was only you that said a time actually, Titch. So, you know, it kind of worked out quite nicely. So thank you so much for joining me, Titch. I really appreciate it. Kieran, thank you for joining me and your patience as always, you know. And guys in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. You know, there's nothing more that I can say. We've all had a year of trying to process this. It's still not easy to do so. We all miss him. We all love him. I'm going to try and get a few of these comments out before I go and everybody. Well, look, I'm going to end it there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm going to play a little video to go out with, and I'll end the stream. Guys, everybody, take care. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Is it playing? No.
Yo, watch the flex, yeah? The Franklin's in the building. Suicide, how you mean? Big up. Yo, Reggie, listen, I ain't talking about transfers, Doc. I'm talking about, like, yo, what you call it when you die and you get, like, I don't know, turned into something else. What's that called? Like, recreation, when you're resurrected, like, yo, I want to be resurrected as a bird, Doc. How you mean, man? Like, real talk. I'm talking about them things, Doc. Yo, you'll never, ever, ever believe what I heard today, Doc. It was mad. The news that I heard today on the street was crazy, Doc. It was crazy. Like, man and mama saying two things about how, like, Happy's in the building. Happy Hammerback is in the building. Right. Ticka. La. Happy's in the building. Happy Hammerback, she's in the building. Right. Ticka. La. Yo, I'm doing the video on my own just now. Rise held it down, so now I'm doing the Peach video. You get what I'm saying? Come upon it. I'm trying to get Charlie upon it. If he sees you upon it, you'll probably come upon it. And then who else? I invited somebody else, Doc. I forget who else. Charlie. And thank you very much for coming on last night. It's always better when Charlito's in the mix, Doc. I ain't playing with you. You just have that vibe about you. But then you got those creepy photos when you put your face in them. Yo, Rise, you down? Come on, like with me and Bud Doc. It's probably gonna go live in about like what, half an hour? Straight up. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking. Yo, I am doing a stream at 11 o'clock, which is 10 o'clock in the morning, your time. If you want to come on, feel free. I'll send you the link. You don't know. The Franklin's in the building. Suicide, how you mean? Big up. I know it's probably too late, but I'm doing something in like 10 minutes. If you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. Just saying, it's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to wake you up from like, you're like, you be sleeping this and that, and like, have like seashells from the seashore, like, rip me a new one, you know what I'm saying? So I keep it short, I keep it peace. If you want to come through, talk two things about West End Streets, hold you down, that's how you mean. Yes, mind you, Mr. Back to the Future. How you mean? I'm going live in 15. You better come on the show. If you don't come on the show, I'm coming to Peterborough and I'm going to smack you in your, pinky finger, Doc. What are you saying? Real time. So, yo, I have to change the time because, like, yo, this is Canada Day. I thought everybody in the world, like, had the day off and they don't. Like, and it's still Friday. So, yeah, people get off work at 5 and then at 6 o'clock it's like cool out, have a thing of tea, drink coffee, drink a rum, whatever. I get it. So like me getting that. So I changed it to 1 o'clock my time, which is like noon your time, so you should be on lunch. So you should be able to come on. And then everybody in the UK will be able to come on because it's like an hour after they don't finish work. You get what I'm saying? Franklin's in the building. Rah. Chicka. La. That's plum, papaya, peach.